Hello everyone, in this video I have a scrapbook process to share with you with the Thompson's Craft Supplies design team. This is my first project with January's so beautiful Heart and Soul kit, which if you haven't seen I will link to my video share of that, and at the time of recording there are still a few available, but I don't know about publishing because I'm doing this a few days in advance. But yes, for my first project I do sometimes have a bit of a tendency to like save the best items till last, but I'm trying to get out of that habit, and the cut file, the beautiful heart cut file that comes with this kit, I was just like, I need to use it straight away because I've got an idea for it and it's so pretty. So that's going to be my main feature of this layout. So I kind of used that on my paper. My paper is the basil marshmallow, again, that comes with the kit. I just kind of using that as a guideline to do a little bit of stenciling with the butterfly stencil, also from the kit, and these Nouveau hybrid inks, also from the kit, and I am just lightly blending those inks over that butterfly stencil. I am making efforts to not have too much ink on my blending sponge, and again, as I said, do it really lightly because I wanted them quite subtle and pretty and just very much in the background kind of thing. I'm using all three colours and I'm flipping the stencil over so you get different sort of directions of butterflies, and then I do go back in again with the sort of turquoisey, I think it's called Laguna blue or something like that, just adding that more around different areas and stuff. So there's a hint of blue, hint of purple, and mostly the turquoisey colour. But yes, isn't it so pretty? So once I've got all that done, I'm going to back my heart cut file, which is from Pretty by Paige, by the way, which I will link if you're interested. And I'm just flipping the paper over to sort of work on that kind of thing. And these little paper pads I'm using to back it, or back part of it at least, from my stash. I bought them from the range. They're the kind of thing you can sometimes pick up in other places like the Works and stuff. I did get them quite a while ago, but I just think the colours match the kit so nicely. And even though I had papers to use from the kit, I wasn't, like, with my first project, I'm not emotionally ready to cut into a 12 by 12 piece to back a cut file, you know? It's just, I'm not ready to do that yet. Once I've cut into it for something else, then I can start doing that. But anyways, but they match beautifully, as I said. And I was also using that sequin mix just to kind of help me decide on what papers to use, like what colours would be best and stuff. So I'm just, yeah, backing it in the normal way, tracing around each shape, cutting it, and then sticking it down. I'm going to back all the little hearts and then two of the bigger hearts closer to the top, because I knew that was where my photo was going to be, so I didn't need to do my other type of backing on that section there. But for the bigger hearts, or the rest of the bigger hearts, I'm going to back those with acetate and then make them into little shakers, because I just couldn't resist doing little shakers with this. For backing with acetate, I do a slightly different method in that I just put glue down on the back and then put a piece of acetate that's big enough to cover them, but, you know, not too big. And then once the glue is dry, just take my craft knife and then cut all the excess acetate away. I don't know why I do it differently for acetate and paper. I suppose because obviously the acetate is see-through, it's easy to do the bit with the craft knife. But anyway, that's how I do it. Who knows why or what's going on in my mind when I make these decisions. I couldn't tell you if it's easier. It's just what I did. So yes, backing all those pieces there. I did use a different glue occasionally, just trying out my new Nouveau glue pen, which is surprisingly very good. And then foo for doing the shaker elements. Obviously you need some foam behind to add that dimension. And what I've done here is I've added double-sided tape right next to each other kind of thing on a foam sheet, and then with the backing still on, cutting really thin strips, then taking the backing off and then putting the strips around the shape like that, because I see a lot of other crafters use that fun foam stuff that's like a foam that's adhesive backed on one side, but I just can't seem to get hold of it here in the UK. I've found it on Amazon, but the price was hilariously bad, so I tried this little method and I was really pleased. It worked really well. So that's what I'm doing to add the foam there. I do half of the heart at once kind of thing, so then you don't get too much of a bump, you know, where you curve the foam, and it worked really nicely. And it was the first time I'd tried this out, so I was like, yay, I'm proud of me. I had an idea and it actually worked for once. So for So I've obviously flipped that over. Off camera, I did add little foam squares to the rest of the back of the cut file, because obviously I want it to all lie at the same level. Adding my sequins into the little acetate sections. I'm not adding any of the buttons to that because there wasn't enough room for them, kind of thing. And also off camera, I traced those heart shapes. I think I did that before I did the acetate, just in the same way as I did to back the rest of the cut file, but then I numbered them and put them aside so I could back them after putting down the acetate, kind of thing. You can see there's a little pencil mark with numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. So yes, just filling those little sections up and then adding the heart backing. Sorry, I totally blanked for a second there. You know, when your brain just pauses for no reason, you just stop existing for like 0.5 of a second and you're like, and I'm back in the room. Anyways, with that last one done, I just put this paper pad down on it to kind of smooth all the foam and backing and everything down. And then I put another heavier paper pad on there just to keep everything down into place, let it dry, and then came back to it a while later, moment of truth, flipped it over, and there it is. It's so pretty. I don't mean to be blowing my own trumpet here, but it's so pretty. I was so proud of it. I'm just going back in there. There was a couple of little bits sticking out from the backing pieces and stuff, so I'm just using my craft knife to like finish those bits off. If you're wondering why my glass media mat was there at the beginning and then disappears, it's because, well, obviously I didn't want it there when I was doing stuff with the craft knife, and then in all honesty I forgot to put it back again. No, it's still new, you know, in new things you're not in the habit of using them, kind of thing. So my picture, which I'm just going to back with white here, and then I'm also going to back it by putting some washi tape down. That's the washi from the kit, and then sort of making fake paper out of that and then using that to back it as well. It is a picture of myself and my best pal Alice. This was taken in October when we went to a craft meet together, and they had one of those photo booths, and we've got a Mario and Luigi hats on, and we're wearing our matching Living My Best Life t-shirts because, you know, we're super hilarious like that and lame. But yeah, it's just a great picture and I love it. I've got a bunch of great pictures from when we used this photo booth, so you'll probably see some more eventually. Yes, I'm also, after doing the washi layer, I decided it needed another layer of backing, so I just grabbed that marble paper pad. It's a Love to Craft one from Poundland, and used the lilac-y purple one to back that, and again that matches the kit really, really nicely. I wanted to keep things simple at this stage. Obviously we've got the cut file, we've got the stenciling. I didn't want to take away from that, so my title is just this little sticker which is from the Kaiser Crafts sheet from the kit. It says "Be Fearlessly Authentic." I thought that matched quite well. Again, I backed that on that lilac marble paper. I'm adding a couple of these little phrase stickers from the Prima Zelatil sticker kit or sticker page, just sort of tucking those underneath some of the hearts. There's just like love, adore this, and so funny. And then there's these little Project Life chipboard stickers, which you get one sheet of these in the kit, but I just so happen to actually have the full pack, which I bought a long time ago, so that's worked out quite nicely for me. Although the ones I'm adding here are pretty much all ones that came in my sheet that was on the kit, just a little bow and 2 little hearts. And then also on that Kaiser Craft sticker sheet are these like 2 little sort of, oh, there's a few of them, but I chose 2 of them, like little dictionary definitions of words, and there's both laugh or laughter, no, just laugh, and together, and I thought those were nicely appropriate for this picture. Again, I backed those with that marble paper, mostly for where I wanted to put that laugh one. There was a gap between 2 of the hearts on the cut file, and where I put it down there was just showing a little bit of the gap, but it just looked a bit dodgy. Like the gaps when you can see the big ones at the bottom of the page is fine, but just seeing a little bit of a gap just looks, yuck, trapped white space looks awkward. But I just threw a button on it as well, just to cover that little dark space up. And then 2 other little buttons, just kind of using as enamel dots kind of thing. And then I'm just going to finish off here with some of these teeny weeny tiny little Simply Creative pearls. I was thinking about doing splatters, but I didn't want to ruin it, kind of thing. I wanted to use something really delicate and dainty and small, so just added a tiny little bit of sort of pearlescent shimmery sparkle, but didn't detract whatsoever from the cut file and the photo and everything. And the photo stands out, I think, decently because of the colour of our hats is a very different colour palette from the rest of the file, rest of the layout, sorry, but still I think it works quite nicely, and I'm just, yeah, there we go, I'm finished. I really like it. I just, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Links as always in the description box. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and chat to me in the comments, because as always, I always love talking to you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much again. I'm going.